This will be a very quick learning moment. We're just looking at how to get an image, the way we've been working with images and saving them even right in the database into an Excel spreadsheet, right? So just quickly going through this. So I've just pulled up my good old medical office example. Now, of course, this is rather meaningless in that I don't really have images related to the data I'm putting into this particular spreadsheet. This is my report controller. This is the download appointments, okay, that little spreadsheet where we just listed out all the appointments that were in the system, right? But I do have pictures in my database here, so I can quickly use this to show how to just get a picture into place on the spreadsheet. So first thing, very important, big warning here, that MimeType, the format we've been using whenever we uploaded anything by default, we've been going with that new webp format, right? And that the reason for doing that is not only was it new, but it's very compact, very efficient, it looks good on a web page, it cuts down the file sizes, etc., right? Problem is it doesn't work, okay? Not for this exercise. So switch, what's the right word I'm looking for? Switch up how you're using our resize image utility, right? Because we need to specify a different MimeType. I've tested it very successfully with PNG and with JPEG files. And so either one of those, I'm sure many others will work as well. But unfortunately, WebP does not, okay? You get this parameter not valid type error when you do this. So again, just change it so when you upload images, you're not saving them as WebP and you should be good. All right, so we just make a worksheet like we normally do. This code was already there. But to get an image, what I did is I just did a quick link query here, going to my patient photos, right? Just grabbing the first one I find, okay? And that's my patient pick, okay? That's my class here. So I can just grab the content. That's a byte array. I could have even skipped that line, but just trying to show things a step at a time here. I'll use a memory stream, okay? Passing my byte array into the memory stream. And then that is what we do here. I create an image object. Now this is from system.drawing.image. Okay, that's the namespace system.drawing. Okay, I'm just calling it the pick. And then we get it by saying image from stream, right? And just pass the stream in that I prepared with the data coming from the database. And that's it. Now that gives us the image object, okay? So then adding it to the spreadsheet, well, I go to my worksheet, .drawings, and I add a picture. I can give it a name, and then here it is, the pick. Okay, that's what I called my image object from up here. And that's it. So now it's added to the spreadsheet, but we can change the position so we can put it where we want. Now how this works is there's a few overloads here, but basically we have a row and a column. Okay, the second digits are a row offset and a column offset, right? So, I'm going to row 4, column 2, right? 0, 1, 2, etc. Okay, and then the zeros means it'll be the upper left corner of the image will be right in the upper left corner of the cell identified by this row and column. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, I'm doing it here in the second column on purpose because the image is going to sit on top. It will be placed on top of the actual text in this demo, right? So let me run it, and we'll show you this in action here. Okay, so I've chosen a nice, great, big, huge image to upload. And by the way, I did go in and I changed the size that I was going to save it in the database just so that it was a little bit larger there. In fact, if I go to details, oh, no, not details, but edit, right? Then I should see I've got a nice big image here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go to my download appointments, should hit my breakpoint. Just to quickly walk through then, so my patient pick is just my patient photo. Image bytes is my byte array. It looks as nice and big byte array. Okay, I get my memory stream, and that's ready to go. So now if I just step over, here's the pick. I'm adding it to the worksheet. I'm setting the position, and I'll just click continue. Just going to save it as appointments. Yes, I'll replace it. Okay, and open it up. All right, so you can see the effect, okay? So 0, 1, 2, it's in the column 2, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth row, right? And the upper left corner of the image is in that cell. Now I can move it, right? And I could reposition it that way manually, but of course, when you're doing your plan for your spreadsheet, what you might want to do is make room. Change the row height, column width, whatever, right? And make room for the image. You can do some figuring on the size of the image, quickly figure it out, decide how big an image you're saving in the database, because it will come in here. We're not resizing it, but that is another option you could do, right? You could always do that yourself. Okay, so I could have changed that let me just close this for now. No, I don't need to save it. If I come back to the code, okay, I could change that. If I put it at column 8, right, then it would be off to the right and wouldn't have been over top. But that's kind of taking the fun out of the demo, right? So, you could, of course, resize the image if you wanted to after you pull it out of the database to a different size before you actually add it to the spreadsheet. Okay, you actually have to do that up here before you actually go in and use the memory stream to create the image. But lots of possibilities. You can change row heights, column widths, whatever. Make sure there's room for the picture, the size that you want to stick it in, and away you go. Bottom line again, remember, webp does not work. Okay, I'd suggest you go with a PNG file and or a JPEG, whichever you prefer. All right, that's my demo.